Now on to our next section, teamwork and collaboration. And these questions are for you, Miriam. So our first question is think about a group project that you really enjoyed. What specific actions did the different team members contribute to make the experience a successful one?
Yeah, so I definitely had a lot of group projects so far in my college journey. One that I specifically enjoyed was in my communications class, which is just a general education class that I had to take my first year, where it's just all about speeches and being able to speak publicly. And one project that we had there was like a group speech with like 5 to 6 people in it, and it was on one topic, and we were all just presenting that in front of the class. And what I specifically enjoyed about that and what made that successful was that the professor actually built in a way to keep everyone responsible. So before the assignment started, we had a pre-assignment where we all had to like say what we're gonna do, when everything is gonna be like submitted, when we're gonna work on it each week, so that we can all keep ourselves accountable. And I found that really helped to make sure that everyone is on the same track and that everyone had the responsibilities already like in their mind so that they could like follow through with that. And that's not the only class where a professor had something like that built in, where everyone is like to write down when everything is going to be done. And I find that like when professors do have that, it does often like have a more successful group project where everyone is being held accountable and doing what they're supposed to do and being responsible with their time. I would say that if you don't have that already built in, I think that like doing that in your own way, whether that's just with a conversation, sending a text over saying, hey, we're going to do it before the due date, or we're going to work on it together at the library at this time, really helps to keep everyone accountable and help the assignment get done on time. So I'd say that would be my favorite group project.
I completely agree. And so our next question is how should the responsibilities be divided in a team to ensure everybody contributes fairly and stays accountable?
So, what I would say would happen most times with group projects is that it would be split up evenly amongst the group members. So, if it was like a assignment with 5 parts and there was like 5 people, we would each do one part. Or if it's not even, we would find a way to make it as even as possible. The thing about that, while it's the most convenient and the most like straightforward way to do it, I would say make sure that you're reviewing what other people are doing and making sure that everyone is doing what is expected and what's in the rubric and making sure it's up to par before just accepting it and submitting it. So with that, I would say you have to like start that early and make sure that everyone gets it done before it's due. Don't have the last person doing it at like 11:50 p.m. It's due at 11:59, because if one person didn't do their part correctly, there's not enough time to go back and change it. So while that's like the most easiest way to split it up, I'd say that just make sure that you're like being aware of and allotting time to go back and reviewing things. Um, I'd also say that another way to do it is to have everybody working on it at the same time. And while that may be good for productivity, and especially if it's like a actually very important project that like has like a huge impact on your grade, I would recommend doing that. I do say it's a little bit more difficult to do because people have different schedules and it's kind of hard to have everyone meet up at once. But I'd say if you can do that, that's like the best method to do. You can do it on Zoom. I know I did it on Zoom a couple times, like everyone working on the assignment at once. You can do it in person. I know I like met up with my teammates in a library once so we can work on the assignment together. So those are like the main two ways to do it. Just they all have their own caveats to them.
Yeah. Um, Next question. What would you do if a team member was not completing their share of the work?
So first, I would address it with the team member, and keeping at mind that you should be always respectful and always like have a sense of like genuine curiosity as to why, and not try to be accusatory, because people have different things going on in their lives. People have a lot of classes. They may be busy. They may be overwhelmed. And while that's not really an excuse to not do your work, that may be an explanation. So I would say address them in a way that's respectful and genuinely curious and genuinely looking to know why the part of their work hasn't been done yet, or genuinely like inquire as to when it will be done in a respectful way. If they say that they will do it and they never get it done and it's getting close to the due date, while this does kind of suck to hear, but I would say do that part, because I would rather have an assignment that's fully done and get the grade that it's supposed to be than just like letting a whole part of the assignment not be completed and that potentially impact your grade in a way that's not good. And while a lot of professors are understanding, and if they know that somebody is not pulling their weight, they won't let that affect the entire group. The truth is, not all professors are understanding in that way, and some will just say you should have communicated it beforehand. So I wouldn't take that risk. I would make sure that the assignment is complete if possible. If not possible, I would say submit it and contact the professor. I would say contact the professor no matter what. If somebody completely just did not do their part, whether or not you did it for them, whether or not you didn't, I would say communicating that is very important so that because that's just what's fair to you. Because while they may be busy, everyone is balancing a lot. So just for respect for yourself as well, I would let it be known to the professor in a way that's respectful as well. You can also let it be known to the TA, the teaching assistant as well, if you have those. So that's what I would do if someone's not completing their share of work.
And then our final question, why is it important to work with people who have different perspectives, skills, and backgrounds? And what can you learn from these experiences?
Yeah, so one thing about group work that I actually enjoyed, especially in my first couple years where I'm in general classes with people of different majors, is being able to like learn from other people and interact with people who you wouldn't normally interact with. I know that like in the last 2 years of college, most of the classes you're in are relative to your major, and that just means that you're going to be around people who are very similar to you for almost all of that like time in college. You may have people that you've like seen in many classes before because they're all taking the same classes for the same major. So when you have these group projects early on in your experience where you get to have interactions with people from different majors, I feel like that does really help to like get a broad understanding of like different perspectives, learn different things, meet different people, learn about different cultures. And that's really, I feel like that's a really huge part about college, is being able to interact with people who you've never seen before, who you never would have interacted with. So I feel like that helps you become a more well-rounded individual, and you may learn some like study habits or like routines that you wouldn't have known about before. You may get a resource that you wouldn't have known about before. And I feel like that is what's like really good about working with people in college, and that's a really good thing about group and teamwork.
Thank you so much, Rita.